Hi guys. I know I did a story, um, not a story, but I vlogged just a few days ago. But one thing that I didn't talk about was like almost like a wellness check for myself. Um, Weight wise, I'm sure I've put on heaps of weight. I'm not sure why. Um, it started in Canada with going on that stupid birth control that did not even work because I still got my period the whole time. Um, don't know if it has something to do with getting the shot just before I went home as well, because obviously it's not obviously, but it's changed my cycles again. Every time I seem to get one, it changes my cycles. So that's kind of annoying. I think I'm the only one at my work actually with two normal shots and two boosters now. But whatever. I am still one of the only ones without COVID. So, anyways, a wellness check in. I was reading through my psychology report, and it's just amazing me because in there, and I do remember writing it. I do remember, but like to see how far I've come from even just then. Um, I was saying in the report, and I remember I've blogged this a few times as well, that I was having really low days. I don't know why I get on here and I start yawning to you guys. Sorry. I was having really low days. Every probably 10 to 20 days, roughly around the time of my period. And oddly enough, I haven't been taking my B vitamin. Uh, Regularly at all. I don't think I've taken it at all this week. Um, yeah, I took it sometime last week. I can't even tell you when. I'm not doing a very good job of taking this pill, but it I'm not needing it. Like, obviously, I want to be able to take it because it's B vitamins and I need all those vitamins, but um, yeah, I'm not needing it, and I'm not finding that I'm having those same lows, which is fantastic. The only thing I'm not having those lows. I'm not feeling really super depressed without like knowing why. Just having the lows that are hard for me to snap myself out of. Like, I'm not really having those. Um, and if I do get into a little bit of funk, I seem to be able to get myself out of that funk pretty quickly. Um, yeah, and like I'm not feeling super lonely, which is nice as well. I'm being able to have solitude and enjoy that solitude. Um, and the one thing that I have changed, and I mean, I've recognized this for like it's I've been back home about 2 months. 2 months today, I think, actually, or 2 months. No, today's the 19th, so it's not 2 months today. In like 2 days, it'll be 2 months since I've been back home. And I felt more grateful than I ever have because home was crazy. Um, I also feel like home was like a dream. Like, it's hard for me to believe that I was just there. Like, I feel like I wasn't there at all. I think because it was just so different than I've ever experienced before. Um, every time I go home, I seem to be saying that. Go figure. Um, but yeah, since coming back, I've not done an amazing job with staying on top of devotions or prayers, or like my journal writing hasn't been heaps, but I feel like just gratefulness more and more positivity into my life and more strength and um yeah, just like pushing myself a little bit outside my comfort zone, but not too much. The one thing I'm doing that's not great, and is one thing that is screwing with my mental health, is that I'm trying to pay off like 3 people at the same time. So I had paid off my best friend, which was great. And so I only really had my mom, my credit card, and my loan to pay off. But then my glasses broke, so I had to pay off my friend. And then my niece's birthday's coming up, and she really wanted me to go to her 10th birthday. I've only been to her 1st and her 5th birthday because she goes camping every year. And so I just paid literally about 3 times the amount I normally pay, or 2 times the amount I would normally pay to go visit her. At least I'm going a Wednesday night, a Thursday, all day Thursday and night, all day Friday and night, all day Saturday and night, and Saturday's her party. And then I come home a Sunday evening. So at least I'm getting like a good solid Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and majority of Sunday there, because I don't leave till 5 o'clock at night. So at least I'm getting like pretty much 4 full days with them, and 4 sleeps. 4 sleeps and yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 4 sleeps and 4 full days. Or something like that. Yeah, so then I had to borrow money from my other friend, from my flatmate. So I am currently paying that stuff off. Today I messed up and I tried to pay off my mom, and I was only, not pay off my mom, but give my mom a payment. And I was only planning on giving her $200 max. And then I was going to cut that down to $150 because of giving $100 to each of the other people. And in the end, when I went to give her that $150, the Western Union said my transaction didn't go through. And it's not actually $150, it's $190 New Zealand, it's $150 Canadian. And so I did the transaction again. And because it said that it wasn't going to go through, there was an error. So I did it again. Needless to say, this has happened to me once before. I should learn my lesson. Please make me drill it into my head when it doesn't work. Don't do it again. Because what do you know? I just got an email from both of them saying that the money's on the way. So I was meant to pay $200. I was going to pay $150. In the end, I paid $300, which was $380. $380. Just gone like that. $384. So I paid almost $600 in debt, which is great. Well, $500 in debt and paid $600. Or $580. I paid $580 and I paid off $500 worth of debt. So that's great that I've paid off that debt. But luckily, I was supposed to go out for dinner. I was supposed to go out on Saturday, and that just got canceled because my friend that I was going to catch up with, who's Canadian, who I met on the plane, who we've now tried to catch up twice, and each time it just hasn't worked. I had to cancel last time because I had no money. This time, her friend was supposed to have a birthday party next weekend, has bumped it up to this weekend instead. And so now we're not getting together till October the 28th, and let's hope we can do it that time. Which is crazy because she wanted to do it the 7th and the 14th, and I'm in Christchurch and Rotorua those 2 weeks, and then it's the long weekend, and I have a girls' weekend. Luckily, it's just at my friend's house. It's not going to cost me very much, maybe about $100 for some food, and I think we're going to go do Rangitoto, walking up it or something, if it's nice. And that's probably about $30 return trip on a ferry. And then obviously we're just going to have some drinks, spa at her house, and like cheese and crackers and like like a nice dinner out or a nice lunch out or something. So I only need like maybe 150 or something for that. So I need to start saving. So that's why I need to remember to try to put less money onto these things, but it's not happening. And yeah, I'm trying to pay too many things at once so that each person is getting a little bit. And like, my mom doesn't care, so I don't know why I'm putting so much emphasis, but I feel bad. So, and neither does my flatmate or my friend. Like, neither of them are caring if I don't pay them back for like a month. But I'm trying so hard to get on top of it so I can actually like have money again where I don't have to spend money on these things. But yeah, it's just not working. But look, this whole post is about my well-being and trying to be like better. And yes, I do feel like I'm more confident. I am spending more time in worship and in devotions in the morning and in the evening, and I feel like that is really helping as well. Actually, just read, those of you who are not Christians will not care, but I just saw something someone had put up, and it was about like going through trials and tribulation. And I did just read about Jesus being tempted as well, because I'm getting through the Gospels, 90 days going through the Gospels, so there must be 90 chapters in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, because it's getting through the 4 Gospels, and it's 1 chapter a day, so it's perfect and easy. So I had just read about that in Matthew. I think I'm on Matthew 9 or Matthew 10 at the moment. But someone had just put up a thing, and it was about like Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, Daniel, like those people, God didn't keep them. They prayed that they wouldn't have to do that, but Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego ended up in the fiery furnace. Daniel ended up in the lion's den. I think like Jonah ended up in the whale, and God delivered them from that situation. They didn't want those situations to happen. They still happened. They still had to go in that, but then he saved it from them. And it's still the same like Jesus on the cross. He prayed, please God, if there's some other way, like take this from me, like don't let me have to do this. And he had to suffer, and he had to go through with it. Meshach, Abednego, and Shadrach, yes, they had to suffer, but they went into a fire that miraculously, a container that was supposed to heat up to like 500,000 degrees or whatever it was, and actually did not touch them. You know, the lion ate Daniel, but Daniel got out. Like, he was fine. So yeah, it kind of said like, what struggles are you going through that you're praying that you won't have to go through, but how you get brought out of those. And I will say the trial that I've been in, and I have been in continuously since 2009, will be this fertility journey. And I've seen myself brought out each time, and I see myself like somehow the blessings that I had to go through, what I did, so that I can, relate to other people. And yeah, I finished Tara Lipinski's. Number 6 wasn't as good as number 1 through 5. Number 5's one was like amazing. It spoke to me heaps. Quite a few of her podcasts have spoke to me heaps. But number 5 really did talk about like being excited for your friends to have their kids, but then it's also something that you're trying not to think about. So, and how to take the stigma and stuff away, how you have to set boundaries in place, and sometimes you can't go to that baby shower, or sometimes you have to leave that baby shower early or whatever, and it's not because you don't love and like are completely like goo goo gaga over the baby, because quite often you are, but it's that trigger and that reminder is something that you're not going to get. So, yeah. But yeah, I am, in saying all this, I'm supposed to be starting dance as well, but I don't even have any money to do dance. I really wanted to do dance this term, but I might not be able to do it. It might have to be something that I give up until next year because of just trying to pay this stuff off, really. And I've got the Disney cruise. So yeah, I'm probably going to have to say no dance this term and maybe do something else. I have actually thought, if I can do it, I need to try to do it. I need to try to fix my AirPods and try to do it. There is a path just by my house, and it's probably not even that long. Be longer than a kilometer. It might be like 2 kilometers, maybe 3 kilometers, to go down it and up it. And I've thought about trying to run it. I am not a runner whatsoever. My knees play up and everything else, but I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about trying to do it in the evenings. So watch this space, because I am thinking about just trying to do something little, just to get, even if it doesn't help me lose any weight, it would get my stamina up and just my insides that little bit more healthy. I know I need to put some more veggies in place and cut down my carbs, but I struggle with cutting down carbs. And the thing is that something as simple as eggs that can fill you up are actually so bloody expensive. I'm not even kidding. A pack of 12 eggs is $12 to $14. It's actually ridiculous right now. Yeah. So I need to figure out what I'm doing. But yeah, we're going into summer, we're going to spring, longer nights. So we're changing our clocks this weekend. And then, yeah, I might be able to try to see if say around 6 o'clock, when there's not as many people out and all the kids have gone from school, I can just run up and down. And my endeavor will be to eventually be able to run up and down the whole thing without stopping. I definitely cannot do that right now. I might even try to do the couch, what is it? Couch to run or something like that. I've done it in Rotorua for a little bit, and that was really good. And I was doing the same thing 3 days in a row, and it tells you when to run and it tells you when to walk. It's actually really couch to run or something, or couch to run, and it's eventually getting up to 5K. I think the first one is. Anyway, so I might try that. Anyways, I didn't realize that this was going to be so long. I didn't want it to be so long. I just wanted it to be a positive thing about, where I am mental health wise. Yeah, I am feeling really, really big at the moment, but I'm trying to love myself in that. And, yeah, I'm just, really trying to love myself and find strength in myself and my relationship with God, and letting that be enough for me, and kind of sitting in that and just relishing in this time that I have to just build myself up in confidence and in who I am, and just enjoy life fully, kind of a little bit more in the moment than always that future, looking ahead. Yes, I'm still praying for my Matthew. It will be so funny if I end up with Matthew, but yes, I am still praying for my Matthew. Yes, I am still praying that God will bless me with a baby and make those things fulfilled, because I feel like those things are coming. I just don't know when. But I don't want to lose this. I lost this last time. I was kind of just got to this confidence level. And then I met my ex. So I am not wanting to have that happen again. And yeah, so this is just what I'm doing. But anyways, I am going to say goodbye because this has been way too long and I feel like I bore you guys a lot. I know there's one of my friends who at least loves it. So hopefully you will love this one too. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen any of the Tara Lipinski podcasts, please go and watch them. Seriously, I wish I had all the money to do like the extra testing she's talking about like testing your uterus to see if there's something about implantation. Like, I think there's something about implantation to me, but I don't know what it is. I would have loved to have done this test, but now I'm too old and I just don't have the money and the resources to do these, but I would love it. And I wish we would have been going through it at the same time. I mean, I know these videos are 5 years old, but I wasn't even going through it 5 years ago. I mean, 3 years ago, I was going through it IUI-wise, so maybe I could have done some of these tests. But, you know, they weren't offered, and it's so frustrating, and she's so right in thinking, like, do your research and just be on your doctors about getting test after test after test done if you can afford it and do it. Because doctors will not do it unless you say it. Anyways, that is my plug. Unexpecting. Tara Lipinski, Unexpecting with her husband. Great infertility podcast. Please give it to anyone who is struggling because far out Brussels sprout, you watch this and you do not feel alone because she literally is hitting on every single thing, and she's had miscarriages and she's had bad egg retrievals. I never had any bad egg retrievals. I never had any miscarriages. Yeah, she's just hitting on literally everything that possibly could at the moment of this hellish journey. And I know she's about to do more about the actual process of like needles and stuff. She's about to get into the hardcore part of it. Yeah, so yeah, watch it. Unexpected on YouTube and podcasts, and it's brilliant. And Tara Lipinski is a 1998 Olympic U.S. figure skater, women's figure skater winner, and she was amazing. So you can watch those online too. Anyways, have a good night, and I will talk to you when I talk to you.